Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to go to you.
Awesome. So today we're going to tackle Solaris AI.
Solaris, yeah.
It's really kind of blowing up right now, and
yeah, a lot of buzz.
yeah, a lot of buzz. And honestly, I think it's well deserved. This is a platform that's kind of changing how we think about interacting digitally.
Yeah, and AI in general, right? It's not just for the tech giants anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what's so exciting about Solaris.
Wow.
It's making AI accessible. I mean, really accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're just a casual user who wants to like chat with an AI or a developer who wants to build the next big thing.
Right. And even make some money along the way, right?
Exactly. So we're going to start with like the basics, right? Solaris combines some pretty advanced AI with this really cool decentralized technology, which basically means that, well, anyone can create, train, and then actually deploy intelligent agents across like all these different social platforms.
It's crazy. I mean, just think about the potential there.
I know, right?
It's like the democratization of AI development.
Exactly. And a perfect example of that is Agent Zero. Now, you've probably heard of Agent Zero. I mean, it's Solaris's flagship AI. But here's the thing. It's more than just, a bot. It's actually out there in the world, like a real social influencer.
Right. Posting, commenting, engaging with people.
Exactly. And people love it.
Well, I think what's fascinating is that it's not just this static showcase. They're constantly developing and refining it like it's a living experiment.
Yeah, constantly adding new features and tweaking things. And that brings us to, I think, one of the core elements of Solaris, these modules. Now, you see this word pop up a lot in the documentation. So what are they exactly and how do they work?
Okay, so imagine you're building like a custom robot, right? Each module is like a specialized component, a specific function that you add to your AI agent. Like if you want your agent to be able to, say, analyze stock market trends, you would add a module for that.
So it's like a toolbox full of specialized tools.
Exactly. And you pick and choose the ones you need to build the perfect AI for whatever you have in mind. And they're constantly adding new modules to the platform too.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So it's constantly growing and evolving.
Exactly. And it's really user-friendly too. It's designed so anyone can jump in and start building.
Speaking of jumping in, let's talk about interacting with these AI agents in a practical sense. The documentation mentions this whole section on, interacting with Solaris. What does that actually look like for the average user?
Well, think about it like interacting with any, online service. You can message the AI, give it instructions, ask it questions. It's designed to be really intuitive.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've talked about interacting with these agents, but what about actually creating them? Is that something the average person can do? Or do you need like a computer science degree to get started?
Honestly, you don't need a fancy degree. Solaris has this really awesome AI development hub. Think of it like a one-stop shop for everything you need to design, deploy, and even make money from your AI agents.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can actually monetize these creations. Like, how does that work?
Well, there are a few ways, actually. The Solaris ecosystem is designed to support creators and developers, so they've built in some really cool features. There's this thing called the Module Factory, for example, which is like this massive library of specialized modules that you can use to enhance your agents, and you can even sell your own custom modules to other users on the platform.
So it's like an app store, but for AI modules.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole ecosystem where creators and developers can connect, collaborate, and, make a profit.
Now, there's a lot of talk about the Solaris DEX and staking. To be honest, those terms kind of scare me a little bit. Can you break it down for us? Like, what are they and how do they fit into the bigger picture?
Right. So the Solaris DEX, that's short for Decentralized Exchange, is essentially a marketplace where you can trade Solaris tokens. It's like the financial heart of the ecosystem.
So it's like a stock market, but for Solaris.
Exactly. And staking is basically a way to earn passive income by supporting the network. It's a bit technical, but essentially, you lock up some of your Solaris tokens to help secure the network, and in return, you earn rewards.
Interesting. So it's a way to invest in Solaris and potentially earn some rewards along the way. Are there risks involved?
Sure. Like with any investment, there are risks. But it's important to do your research and understand how it all works before jumping in.
Right. So it sounds like Solaris has built a pretty comprehensive ecosystem, right? Like, it's not just about the technology, it's about creating a sustainable community where everyone can benefit.
Exactly. And they've actually got a pretty unique approach to that with this thing called CTO support, where they provide ongoing guidance and resources to developers and creators.
Okay, so it's like They're really invested in helping people succeed on the platform.
Absolutely. They want to see the whole ecosystem thrive.
So let's bring it back to our listeners. What's the big takeaway here?
I'd say that Solaris is a game changer. It's making AI accessible to everyone, and, well, it's got the potential to really shake things up.
It's true. I mean, just imagine a world where AI agents are seamlessly integrated into our daily lives. It could change how we work, how we learn, how we interact with each other.
Exactly. And what does it mean for our digital identities, right? As these agents become more sophisticated, will it even matter who's behind the keyboard anymore?
Right. It's like, are we interacting with a real person or an AI?
Okay.
And does it even matter at some point? Those are some pretty mind-blowing questions.
Definitely something to think about as we watch Solaris continue to evolve. It's a brave new world out there.
It really is.
It's burning brighter than gold.